a good life. I don't know about you. I'm living a good life. I won't lie.
No, my life's terrible, bro. No, my life's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, what's up, guys? Asher here with another video. Today I have somebody with me. This is Simon. You can say what's up.
Hey guys. So my name is Simon Kaziwe.
Yeah.
I'm good friends with Asher's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Theo. You probably heard of him multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm from Uganda. I'm happy to make this video with Asher today.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And so, like he said, you've never met Theo. Theo's my older brother. But yeah, I've known Simon for many, many years. And in this video, we're going to actually talk about life as an immigrant in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have two different perspectives. I'm from Zambia, and Simon's
from Uganda.
Yeah. So what year did you come to Canada?
So I came to Canada in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Down with the parents for a bit of life, just like anyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I was old enough by then to make my own decisions, and I was starting to build my own judgments about life, and it was a struggle to leave whatever I had back home and come start a new life down here, right? So
yeah, wow. And even for us, like we migrated as a family. So we came in 2007. Me and my three brothers and my parents. And for me, I went straight into grade 9 high school. What year? What in terms of school were you?
So I had to do my grade 12 here to qualify for university. So just imagine a 21-year-old going to grade 12. So trying to get your credits for university. Yeah. It was tough. Like I couldn't make any friends, right? Because the whole have children here in grade 12, like they have different perspectives about life, and priorities are different, right? So yeah, it was really tough just fitting in. That I won't lie about it.
Yeah. And even for me, when I was in grade 9, people used to make fun of my African accent.
Oh, yeah. It's something that we can't even get rid of, right? It's you build it up from I don't know, your old culture, childhood, exactly. Yeah. Right? That, as you can tell, you can still feel the accent there, right? But hey, take pride in it.
Yeah, you can't avoid it. Like, you should accept it. It's who you are, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, obviously, maybe it's because I came when I was 13. My accent was much heavier back then than it is now. But sometimes people, they catch me when I'm talking to like family or like certain people, and my accent comes like, why aren't you, blah blah blah. Like it just comes out. Or even when I was in Zambia and I was talking to Zambians, like my accent just started to come out, right? And so people would watch like my videos and be like, bro, like why are you talking like that? I'm like, bro, it's me. It's just like the old me, you know. So yeah,
it's crazy. But the one thing that actually helped me out when I came here is I formed a rugby team. Right, it's just amazing how sports is able to like get people together, get glued, and find a healthy environment for you. Right, that really helped me out. I was able to find people who took me in as a friend, and here I am. Here I am.
So, what was your family's decision or your decision to move to Canada?
Well, we basically my mom and dad decided for the better of us and for a better life. Leave the old country, Uganda, and come start a fresh new life, right? God bless those parents, man. God bless those parents.
It's like a very, very courageous decision because my parents, they sold everything back home, a house, cars, whatever, and just packed up and said, we're going to go start a new life in Canada. So assuming the same thing for you guys?
Yeah. Same thing, and they basically they don't have anything down there now. It's just, they dropped everything and came down here with us. So
yeah. And so for us, I think the motivation was, a better life, better standard of living, coming to like a first world country, when you were going to get a better education, better jobs, like everything would be better, healthcare, like pretty much check off the boxes, almost everything would be better, to be honest. And my brother, Eugene. I have a brother. He's not fully deaf, but he's like half deaf-ish. He doesn't, in Zambia, they don't have like the
necessities.
They don't have the resources and like they have hearing aids and stuff like that, but they're not specialized in helping people with disabilities, right? And so when they came here, that thing was one of the factors that my parents were like, if we go there, like Eugene will have like a better
life,
better upbringing, and so, which is true, he's improved drastically from where he was when we came here. So what's the best part about, sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, just to add to your comment, about the whole healthcare system back home, right?
Mm.
So the one thing about Uganda that I know, it's there's no hospitals, right? It's very, you can afford the better, I don't know, services. You have to fly people out out of the country to get these services, right? Which is sad, right? As a country, right? You would think the government is able to like put funds together and set up a hospital. It's, I don't know, up to par, right? So, but it's very sad.
It's true, because even like presidents of your own country, like the president will be flown out to South Africa for surgeries or medicine, medication, and I'm just like, they don't even trust in their own people to do a good job with their health, you know? So it's kind of sad. But yeah, what was I gonna say? So what would you say have been the benefits with you being in Canada for what, 10 years now, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah.
To be honest, probably the best decision I ever made was going back to school, right? Getting that degree, and everything is falling in line now, right? It's I have a job, I'm able to take care of my bills, and I'm able to support my family as well, because my parents, they don't work, right? So they still depend on us, and what better way to give back than supporting them and helping them in their old age, right? So that for sure, probably the job, and making friends. That's one of my accomplishments.
Yeah. One thing I would say is tough for immigrants, not just people from Africa, but people that come from, Asia, Bangladesh, China, wherever it is. In Canada, like when you come and you may be qualified in your field, whether it's in medicine, science, accounting, whatever, but when you get here, they ask for Canadian experience, right? They say like, oh, you don't have Canadian experience. There's this one lady that I know that was an optometrist, an eye doctor in Egypt. When she came here, like I met like her son who went to the same high school as me, but like she was looking for work and she was skilled. She knew everything. Like my eyes, I remember like I used to tear in the winter. She told me like, oh Asher, you may have this, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So like she didn't lack knowledge or skills. She was capable of doing the job here. It's just that she didn't have Canadian experience. And like I understand where they're coming from to say that like maybe you do it differently back home, but like give somebody a test or something, like give them a form in which they can say that, okay, this person knows what, prove your worth, right? And so that's one thing that, my parents struggled with when they came here. Luckily my dad's an accountant, so like it's kind of universal. They have universal standards no matter where you go. But yeah, my mom, it took her a while for her to find work because she went to university, had a degree, but she couldn't get it because of Canadian experience. And what ends up happening is, a lot of these immigrants, they'll be cab drivers, they'll work at a restaurant, they'll do dishes or whatever. These are like people that like are adults with children, and they're making anywhere from minimum wage, so just barely making a living to feed their families because they don't have Canadian experience. And people treat them bad too.
Exactly.
Right?
It's like,
yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Frustrating, and it's how you find people getting so bad. Like, you know what? I was looking for the Canadian dream, but I haven't found it. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Might as well just go back home, right?
Yeah.
So, but that is very true.
Yeah, it happens. Even with like truck drivers and all these people. Like, the one thing I hate is when like people make the assumption, like it's usually like Canadians or like whatever, like second generation Canadians, third generation Canadians, when they see these people that are driving or doing like really like manual jobs, and they think like, oh, that guy is like dumb or is this and whatever. They look down on you for doing that, right? Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know this guy's life story. Right. He might be more educated than you. He might know so much, because like in cabs and stuff, I've talked to these people and they tell me like, bro, from here I used to do this, blah blah blah. But I left my home to come here for my family, and now I'm just doing this just so I can put them through school and blah 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 and all that stuff. And I'm like, yo, that's respect,
Right? You can't. I don't know. Can't replace that. The other thing I was going to talk about, like, what's it called? I'm losing my mind here.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Hey, when you come here, right? Your parents were expecting you're supposed to go to university, get a degree, and have that nice office job, right? It's just amazing how, if I knew it differently, if I knew what I didn't know right now, back then, I'll probably do it different. I'll definitely do a trade, like
really?
The skill trades. These people overlook those jobs, but that's where the money is.
Yeah. It's true.
Plumbers and roofing and
carpentry,
right?
Yeah.
So,
I agree with you. Like, I hear some of these people. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made, especially in like Alberta and stuff. You know how like they have the oil sands and like all that stuff. Like, I used to go to high school with these students that didn't go to university or they didn't really care that much about school, but like I met them like outside, like, you know, just within the last few years. Then I'm asking like, oh yeah, what are you up to? He's like, yeah, I went to Alberta, or I'm doing this job, or I started my construction company, or like all these things, and they're making bread, bro, making a lot of money. And I'm just like, what? Like, that's crazy, because like I'm like went to school, I took on all this debt for like university, and I'm starting in not minimum wage, but like $40,000 a year or whatever. And these guys are making 60, 70K.
Exactly.
So the only bad part I would say though is like it's physically taxing on your body.
That's for sure. It's in the long run, it just catches up with you, and you can't do it for long, right? Short run, definitely do it. Especially if you're still young and now like 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you're looking for some quick money for down payment for a house. Just go into the trades, racking the money, then get back on track for life and get a normal, I'll call it a normal job as society, or our parents call it like an office job.
An office job. Yeah, so I mean, that's the situation. So what advice would you give to somebody that's gonna come to Canada as an immigrant from any country? It can be African, like obviously our experience is from Uganda and Zambia, but like in general, if somebody's thinking of leaving their home wherever they're watching this video from and want to come to Canada, what advice would you give?
To be honest, I'd probably say when people come here, right, they have this assumption that they're gonna treat us different, right? So it's hard for them to get past the whole idea of they're gonna look at me different. They won't accept me who I am for who I am, and they're gonna be like racist, right? So if you're able to like get that out of your mind, I'm like, you know what, just be free spirited, right? Just try as much as possible to mingle and make new friends, and accept your situation and play along, man. Play along. That's probably my advice.
Yeah, I agree. I would also add to that by saying Canada is obviously a very multicultural country, and in Ontario especially, we have a lot of different people from different backgrounds, different cultures and stuff. So even in Toronto, in many areas, like you'd find there's like not a subculture, but like their own group, right? Like there's an Italian area where you can go to. There's like a Chinatown. There's a Koreatown. There's like there's like a African. You know what I mean? There's these pockets of like places where like you would feel like you're in your almost own country while you're around the people that you are with, right? So if you can do some research and find out where it is that you want to stay in Canada, I promise you, you'll find a community of people that are just like you, and then they can get you ahead and make you avoid certain mistakes to settle within the country. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely, you just said it. It's exactly what I was trying to say, but you said it better than I did. But yeah, it's I don't know, to be honest, Canada is a good country, and I'm only seeing the fruits of my labor paying off now, right? So it's a good life. I don't know about you. I'm living a good life. I won't lie.
No, my life's terrible, bro. No, my life's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so free healthcare, good education. Like crime isn't really much of an issue. Good people around you. People are friendly. Can't really complain,
Right?
Yeah. Especially, you said you visited Uganda how many years ago?
3 years ago.
I just got back from Zambia.
How was that?
Last month. It was interesting.
Nice.
It was interesting because like I expected to see like a lot of development, but like I didn't see as much development as I thought I would see.
The same road you lived there.
Yeah.
They do some bit of patches here and there, cover potholes, but no, not much work being done. The social services, and it's just a shame.
It's definitely a shame, and I think going back home gives you like perspective too. Because when we left the first time, like I'm like, oh, I'm moving into something better. But then like when you go back and then like you see what it was like or how you were living, and then you come back to Canada, you have like that much more appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because maybe I was younger, it didn't hit me as hard. And then when I went back and I came back, I'm like, oh damn, mom, dad, thank you. You know what I mean?
It was the right choice.
Definitely the right choice. They rolled the dice, but like it worked out. Yeah.
Took a chance on this, and guess what? Hey, here we are now.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
All right, bro. I think that's pretty much it. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, to be honest, that's all.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, thank you, Simon, for doing the video with me. It was fun. I hope that was good information for immigrants that are here today already, or people that are interested in migrating to Canada in the future. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay dreaming, stay chasing, and I'll see you later. Bye.